Boxing has taught me many, many, many things, okay? Not only in the training aspect, but in life. Here are some lessons that I've learned from boxing that you would be able to learn from boxing if you started as well, okay? Whether you've been boxing all your life or you just started boxing today, here are some lessons that you will be able to take from boxing. My name is Oscar Reed and I've always boxed throughout my whole life due to my father and my grandfather both being boxers. So even just as soon as I could walk, I had some boxing gloves on, I was punching a bag and always doing the boxing training and carried on boxing throughout my childhood. So boxing for essentially 18 years. What has 18 years of boxing taught me? Well, to start with, it's taught me that there's no shortcuts, okay? There is no shortcuts in boxing. If you start boxing, you can't just all of a sudden go from zero to pro just like that without putting in the hours of training, okay? You need hours and hours and consistency before you start to see any progress. But then this translates to everything in life. If you want to get good at anything, you need to put in the hours. There is no shortcuts. There is no fast hack to doing anything. You and only you are responsible to put in the hours, take those actions, take those steps, and don't look for any shortcuts. Just carry on working, putting your head down no matter how you feel. That brings me on to the next one, which is taking responsibility. Now, again, it ties into no shortcuts and you taking responsibility for your career, your fitness, and your life. Taking responsibility not only in the boxing gym to show up every single day and to train hard, but to take that responsibility in every other area of your life, okay? Take responsibility for everything you do. You need to take responsibility and be independent. No one else is gonna do anything else for you, okay? If you say, okay, your coach is holding pads for you, but then you're being lazy the rest of the session, you need to take responsibility and realize that you are being lazy for the rest of the session and you will not get the results that you want. Okay, you need to take responsibility for every single one of your actions. When you come home and you're sticking to a strict diet, you need to take responsibility for that strict diet. You need to be independent. You can't have anyone watching over you. You can't have someone telling you exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You need to take responsibility for your success, take it into your own hands and be independent. Again, this translates to everything in life. Take responsibility for your actions and be independent. No one else is going to do anything for you. You need to go out and do it. That is a great lesson that I learned from boxing, is learning how to take responsibility for all of my actions. Another lesson that I learned from boxing is everything needs to be aligned to the outcome. So think about it like this. You've got 5 people trying to pull a rock, okay? They're all tied to this rock and they're trying to pull a rock. If you've got all 5 people pulling the rock, it's going to be so much easier than if you've got 4 people pulling the rock one way and 1 guy pulling the rock the other way. Or if you've got 3 people pulling the rock forward and 2 people pulling the rock back. How much harder is that progress going to be when you've got those people pulling the rock in the wrong direction? Everything needs to be aligned to your outcome. If you want to box, if you want to win that fight, if you have the training in plan, if you have the diet in place, if you have the mindset in place, but then maybe you don't have the recovery in place, then that is someone pulling you backwards. If you don't have everything aligned to your outcome, it is going to be harder. You're going to progress slower than if everything is working together. If you're training really hard but eating really bad, that's like, you know, you've got 3 people all of a sudden pulling yourself backwards and 2 people pulling you forwards. Okay, you need everything. You need to just think about, is everything aligned with my outcome? In boxing, this is a critical realization and a very important factor. But again, this isn't just a boxing lesson. This is a life lesson. If you want to progress in anything, you need to make sure that everything is aligned. Anything that is not aligned with your outcome is only going to drag you back. It will be like that person pulling the opposite direction. I mean, if you zoomed out and thought about it visually, you'd think, okay, how stupid would it be to pull in the opposite direction of where I want to go? If you're looking at people trying to move a rock forward and you see someone pushing it back, you'd be like, what's that guy doing? Okay, that person is you, okay? You are responsible for pushing that rock forward the fastest way possible, and the only way you're going to do that is by aligning every single part of your life to the outcome or goal that you desire. One of the last lessons that sticks out in what boxing has taught me in the boxing gym, learn how to box, and in life, is that your mind and body is capable of so much more. Before you go through those hard times in boxing, in sparring, where you're getting beat up and you just have to carry on, you have to push through no matter what, you can't quit, you can't break, you just can't do anything, you can't have a breather, you're just getting beat up and you've got to keep your hands up and keep going, you've got to keep pushing forward. Before you go through that, any situation outside of that, you'd give up. In the gym, when you're pushing too hard or something gets hard, in life things get difficult, okay, you would give up. But once you go through that pain and suffering and endurance of a very, very tough session, a very tough spar, getting beat up and not quitting, it is building that inner strength within you. Not only do you realize that, oh, I'm stronger than I thought, but your mindset and your mental strength grows as well. Because once your mind has been through something hard and you've endured it, then your mind remembers that and it can do it again and again and again. And each time you do it, the easier it gets. So it just proves that there really isn't any limitation. It breaks a lot of self-limiting beliefs on how hard you can push yourself and how hard you can train and what your body and mind can go through. So that is a very, very important lesson, because when things get hard, you know you can push through. You know that you've been through harder experiences than what you're currently going through. Or if you're going through the hardest thing that you think you've ever been through, just know that that is strengthening your body, that is strengthening your mind to push further. You unlock a new capacity to push to that furthest point again. Now, you won't get these life lessons by just watching this video. This is why I recommend every single person to start boxing, to go through the transformative journey that you go through and learn these lessons for yourself. Go through those hard times, take responsibility for every area of your life, work in accordance to your goal, make sure everything is aligned to that outcome. Do all these things and take the lessons from it. Boxing is not only a great sport to get into for its many, many, many benefits and reasons, but it also is a great teacher of life and how you can take the lessons from boxing and improve your life and take it into your life. And you won't know till you try. Start boxing and see what you can learn from it. If you do want to start boxing, I do have a Box at Home, which is a step-by-step guide teaching you how to box to then get you to that point of going into a boxing gym where you have the confidence to do so because you know the basics, okay? Start boxing, go for it, take the lessons from boxing and implement them into your life to improve your life. I hope this video has given you a good insight on some of the lessons that you can learn from boxing and how it's helped me. Hopefully you start boxing. If you want to be the best version of yourself and if you realize that constant improvement is the key to life, then subscribe for more videos to keep improving. Thank you very much. Peace out. It's been Oscar Reed.